Alright everyone, here we are for a group stage match between Kriskardiac and Valentin. Kriskardiac playing as the Skaven, Valentin playing as the Undead. We're here for Mordheim Madness Season 1, and this is a late game that's added after the tournament is actually already completed. So I will have to say sorry about that, but still it will be a very interesting game. These two players face each other in the group phase, with Valentin narrowly winning his game. And then he went on to lose against 485, where Kriskardiac won his losers bracket match. And here they are again in the deciders match. So whoever wins here goes on to the playoffs, and whoever loses here is out of the tournament. You can see that we rolled the cash here. We have a big spread here for Valentin, and that's going to be interesting to see what he can do with that. Especially since he's feeling the Crypt Horror here once again. He's not really changed up too much, what I can see at least. Should be anyway a big advantage to Kriskardiac here, since when it comes to the cash, Kriskardiac should start with his entire warband around his wagon, and that definitely does help. You can take a look at the top left corner of the screen here, and we see 176 morale for Valentin, 205 for Kriskardiac, which is definitely a big advantage to Valentin when it comes to the morale department. Remember that he has 3 zombies, and so that means that they don't cause any morale check when they go out, or a morale loss. And that's worth quite a lot. That's worth 19 morale for each of them, so that's 57 morale. So if you add up 57 morale plus to the blue one here, then you get Valentin's real morale value. So he definitely does have an advantage here, even if it's only by 2 units, more or less, or a unit and a flag. It's gonna be important here to put the zombies next to the necromancers so that he can reliably get Call of Vanal off. I don't know if he's actually doing that right now. I don't think he is. And so already we see a starting mistake here for Valentin. I mean, what can realistically that zombie achieve when he's not next to the necromancer? He should have planned out that deployment a bit better. Alright, it's only 2 zombies actually. 2 zombies, 2 ghouls, and a dark soul coming in last. Hopefully Valentin has learned how to use his Crypt Horror to his advantage here. He misused it against 485. Didn't really get to do anything with it before it died, and see if it's gonna change anything. I should really put a zombie here. Like, he has 2 necromancers. Why have the one zombie far away from everyone else? And the other zombie as well. I don't get this. I don't get this by Valentin. Alright, where is he going to try and reconnect these units? Maybe he's hoping that Necromancer can actually reach the zombies here, seeking protection. Can't say I agree with that move. I mean, yes, it does have. This is much better, but the plus 20 dodge is not going to play into effect here, and moving ahead of 1 unit is not that useful either. Doing the same here for the vampire. This should have been the 2 zombies here. Could have boosted their movement up. Could have gotten to where we wanted them to be. Corpse Flesh, interesting spell, nice spell, plus 30% critical hit resistance as well as 10% more armor. Might skip ahead here come Kriskardiac's turn because we might not see these 2 players join battle anytime soon. Unless Kriskardiac forces the issue. See one of the 2 of the circles here already, 3, 4 of the circles. Well, we see pretty much the entire warband here of Kriskardiac for some reason. It's a graphical glitch that's really annoying that it does exist. What can that lone zombie do by himself? I don't get it. I don't get it. But we'll see what the master plan here is. If he wanted to group up his entire team, he should have put the Crypt Horror on the very far right, or the Vampire, as that unit would have been much faster to be able to catch up with the rest of the team. Having more blue pills available, 8 compared to 7 of the heroes, or 6 for the henchmen. Very quiet. Gonna see if Valentin has thought it out here with 2 Terror Casters against Skaven, who are notoriously not that great with it unless they use Musk of Courage. Could produce a lot of terror checks here, and that can really help him out. Yeah, going to reconnect with one of the zombies here. See the zombie and can target him. Perfect. Also do that on the next turn. Alright. What about the other necromancer? Will he go and fetch the other zombie maybe? Doesn't appear likely. Well, at least he escapes line of sight here of Kriskardiac. That's really what matters. Kriskardiac should know that he is divided up into 3 groups, and he should move with his entire team towards one of the groups. Gonna jump ahead a little bit. Here we are with the Dark Soul. Connected up with the lone zombie here, at least. Might not seem like
a new round has started.
Valentin is going to get much punished here. Oh god, no, no, don't move up. Oh my good lord, come on, please don't. You need to gather up your team, Valentin. And that's what I think, at least. Seems like his team is a little bit thinly spread, so if battle is joined right now, it will take him a turn or two to get most of the units into the correct position here, and see a few units here of Kriskardiac, meaning that he has revealed the Cryptor as well to him. Just below the stairs here, with the captain, with the vampire leader. Seems to be making for an aggressive approach here, making sure that his terror units are within a sudden striking distance. Hope the two necromancers can boost up the two zombies here so that they get to a decent movement speed themselves. Well, you don't need to boost that one. Your other necromancer already has it. It's this one, yeah. Strangely, a spell that doesn't really do too much good right now. I mean, it's plus 20 initiative, yes, but you're already going first, and it's plus 20% dodge, which is more helpful if they are built for that. At least boosting up one of the zombies. Trying with the corpse flash as well. Not worth the 8% chance. Very cautious move forward here by Kriskardiac. I think he was trying to catch one of the groups here to the far right. Didn't know it was only one zombie and that he managed to slip away with his 5 movement speed. Kind of impressive for him. See if we see anyone coming up right now. It would be pretty big for any one of these two players to get to the playoffs. They have not been there before, I believe. I think Kriskardiac has participated in one other tournament. Didn't go so well for him. Valentin is newcomer to the tournament scene though. Oh, that's a dangerous position for the Globadier to be in. Fortunately, he's not going to get punished this time. And probably wants to get closer to where the action is if he can. Even though the poison globe seems to not be too useful here, remember the two zombies, the vamp and the vampire, they cannot be affected, but all of the other 6 units, they definitely can. We see a vital shot mastered coming in, plus 20% crit chance, turns out to be 11% total, after reducing toughness values here. And a bit more damage from Pavel. All damage done to Valentin here is going to be powerful, since Valentin cannot heal up any of his units. I need to be careful where he is here, because the Cryptor could definitely reach him, I suppose. He's lagging a little bit behind the rest of his team. If he gets a bit isolated here, the Cryptor can pick him off, and the Cryptor will be in a good defensive position before the rest of the Warband arrives. Checking out some of the stats here, see if we can find the Globadier. Yeah, he's further down in the house. Yeah, if only the Sorcerer's Curse had come in a little bit earlier. Depends on what kind of rune that Kriskardiac was using on the Globadier. If he had a perforation rune, it would have mitigated some of the armor of that particular zombie, but otherwise the Sorcerer's Curse could really help. Probably going to bring back the rest of his team towards this house now. Kriskardiac, that is. Have a lot of units to move. See a Necromancer here coming up. Also damaging this poor little zombie here. He's not gonna be... the Sorcerer's Curse probably didn't help anyway here. He seems to be without Call of Vanhal, because this is the isolated zombie, and if it was a perforation, it would have made barely any difference. A nice traitor he is, that Necromancer, fighting against the undead. Seem to be moving in with a lot of units towards that house. Maybe Valentin can use that somehow. Moving in there with the Cryptor, kill something and then move back. And rinse and repeat. Because as it stands right now, he needs to be very careful. Since he's about to lose one of the zombies here, yeah, I mean, 123. It's almost nothing left. Might even be killed here. Let's see. If he wants to commit, yeah, he might want to commit. Abandons that plan. probably goes into the house as well. Should be one other hero available somewhere. We have seen 2 Warp Guards and Verminkin. So 2 more henchmen being revealed, as well as one hero. And looking at the initiative here on Kriskardiac's 3 remaining units, it's probably going to be units in heavy armor. So we should be expecting 2 more Warp Guards and maybe a Warp Guard Landscout talent. Could that be possible? Sticky Sludge trying to reduce the movement of the Cryptor whenever he comes out from hiding. And goes straight into the zombie here. Oh, he does have Call of Vandal on him. I think at least. Or that is some other effect. Yeah, he doesn't have Call of Vandal on him. You could see that from the armor value. 0%. Since Sorcerer's Curse only reduces armor by 40%, he should at least have 15 to start with from the purple cloth, 5 more for the helmet, that's 20%, and plus 30% if he had Call of Vandal on him, that would be 50%, so he should have 10% left at that point. But he does not. Indeed, we can see that here, Sorcerer's Curse is the only negative effect on him. Wow, even Warpstone Overcharge. Needs to go pick up a Wardstone, it's gonna take 70 damage. You might die from that. I will die from that if he doesn't pick up something. I mean, I know he has 123 wounds left here, but anything could just hit him, and bringing down under 60 would be perfect, so that he's guaranteed to die. Could probably do with a decent ambush here if he moves forward. Can do a sizable amount of damage. Yeah, going up there is gonna limit the movement due to the sticky sludge.
A new round has started.
Decides not to do anything. Okay. So briefly, Death Stench being available could be a pretty cool ability here. Well, it's not a bad idea. Using the strong blow here to deny the parry if he knows is available is one more. Probably wants to use three attacks instead. Could pass through. Okay, seems like it was that wasn't actually a parry check. Alright, that's pretty strange. That's very strange, I feel. Why? Why is he doing that? Is there someone coming in and ordering him? Is that what's happening right now? Let's see. Yeah, it is. It is order coming up. Gonna do a lot of damage with this. Doesn't have mastered order, so it's only 60% chance to hit. But at least it's mastered battle tongue. Wow, yeah, that does hurt. 197, oh my good lord. See if he hits one more time. Yes, he does indeed. So Valentin takes an early lead here with 1-0. Killing a warp guard, trying to hold up his zombie. Don't know why he's delaying there, but fine. Yeah, he is a little bit out of position with his necromancers. Hopefully he can get them into order. Gonna see what Kriskardiac can do here to counter as well. I mean, it's almost 1-1 with a zombie here. Going to die soon. And probably might die from the Globadier actually. We'll see how that works out. It's kind of a standoff here between the two buildings with Valentin coming in, trying to move all of his units in here into that house, or these two houses, mostly as the one on the right, and Kriskardiac having most of his units as well in the house opposite of that. Yeah, I might see a Globadier shooting so a little bit here. Yeah, 52. Probably only needs 2 more hits here to kill him off entirely. One miss. Manages another save here. Well, I mean, he can't take the chance here that Orbs on Overcharge was actually triggering. Could go and fetch a Wordstone. Equalizing the score, 1-1. Both players have lost a single henchman so far. That's gonna mean a whole lot less drain on the Necromancers here for Call of Van Hells. Maybe this unit can do something. Maybe if he can go up the stairs he could find something juicy that Kriskardiac has hidden away. Probably better to go into an ambush there, trying to surprise someone. Naturally, Valentin needs to have his vampire really close to the crypt horror here if he wants those orders to truly land. Not presenting him with too many targets except for the other zombie if he goes out from that building, and too bad that he did not end him with an ambush. We hear a lot of movement, but we don't see a lot of movement. Kind of the thing here with the game that you can actually hear various units skittering about when they are near you. Which is particularly useful when you have not actually seen any enemy units so far. And you know that they are nearby. Respectable amount of wounds on Hans Holbein. Yeah, I definitely did see the zombie here. Can we do something about that? Does land a sorcerer's curse to start with, and then starts shooting him. Okay. This unit has Call of Vandal on him, so he takes less damage. It's not much, 10%, but every little thing counts. Seems a bit strange, there was only 7 red pills used here by Kriskardiac. Probably a good decision. It's good if he can actually try and kill this zombie. He's relatively unsupported, and I really think counts here. You can see that there are marks of dismay here being used by Valentin, so he's definitely thought about the whole terror combination with those enchantments. We don't know if it's from the weapon, that it's minus 6% per hit, or if it's from the helmet, which means minus 12%, or if it's indeed both. They do stack with one another. Could be minus 18% for each hit. To resist fear, terror, and all alone. Doesn't want to stay in a fight here with the zombie, but wants to produce a little bit more damage on him, and that has certainly been achieved. What can Kriskardiac cook up for us today? On this particular second round. Well, that's neat. Probably taking away the last 10% of armor that zombie just had. Also doesn't want to stay in combat. Well, not much is happening right now. Gonna skip ahead a little bit. Had a rather uneventful thing happening. One of the warp guards walked into the zombie and then walked out again. We do see a mutant here for Kriskardiac. So the final hero is revealed. Sneaking up here with
a new round has started.
He seems to be unable to assault this building here that Kriskardiac is hiding in. Seems to take a long time on him to do that, and he's approaching it, but he's still not quite right there yet. Probably going to take quite a bit of damage. As Kriskardiac just cycles in and out of the house. Let's see what this necromancer here can do. Boosting the vampire yet again here. It does help. He is going before a few units here, so it's not entirely wasted. Can't say that. Manages to get into the sticky sludge. Might want to boost. Yeah, gonna boost up Alexei as well here to match up with the vampire. Boosting with more orders. We haven't seen anything offensive coming out from the two necromancers yet. Gonna be interested to see what they have to offer on that department. Globadier is moving. He might find and finish that final zombie here. And in so doing is probably going to see the Dark Soul here. Probably wants to tie him down as well. Don't see him moving into line of sight, but might be in ambush, these two. An idea here could be to just move with the zombie and capture the flag and make Kriskardiac chase him off a little bit, moving out of position, trying to move into such a way that you cannot be shot down easily. Yeah, it might go exactly for that. There we go. 2 blue pills remaining. Yeah. Try not to put yourself in a position where you can be fired upon from the street. I used delay on this one. Gonna use delay again, right? The Globadier's turn. He used delay previously. Gonna see what he can do here. It's a very slow game, I have to say that. Wow. Both of them are very cautiously moving forward, and with the deployment as it is and the closeness they are to each other, you would expect more of a blitz kind of a game here, but they are really just hugging the buildings, not wanting to approach, not wanting to do even a hit and run damage here. So that's gonna change with the Sorcerer of Kriskardiac. Yeah, we saw the tiring effect here, so he has a two-handed weapon available to him. You see that from the damage as well, 65 to 74. Sorcerer doesn't seem to know what to do here in this situation. Doesn't want really to exit the house. Probably goes... No, hasn't even exited the house. We will probably see that from one of the numerous characters here, that Kriskardiac has in place. No, Valentin has in place, I mean. Okay, getting ready to move on the next turn. Thing is that boosting the vampire and the crypt horror will turn out to be mostly in vain here. You're gonna skip a few units, but you need to actually catch something in order to order it down. We do see something going off there. It's probably one... Yeah, that is one of the undead traps that Valentin apparently left. I didn't actually see him even do that. Walked right into it. Not sure which one it was. But other than that, no excitement. Alright, alright. Gonna see what the vampire can do here. Probably nothing at all. He needs someone to be in combat for him to be able to do anything here. Oh, we do see an invisible wall here. Okay, that's very unfortunate for Valentin. If he wanted that place to go up and hide in. Okay, so that's not much. It's slightly moving forward here with the unit, nothing else. Kriskardiac probably wants to try and, yeah, we see him. He's getting close, right? Yeah, here he is with one of the workers. As I was just about to say here, he probably wants to finish off this zombie while he's still nearby here. See how much he wants to commit. Doing armor break, so minus 10% armor. Gonna take a little bit of damage in return. Doesn't he have anything ranged that can just go in and finish off the zombie? Does he really have to do the whole attack and disengage thing? Yeah, you know that they are all in the same house. All of them are. Even the units that we have barely seen so far should be around the same house. Just going to hope here that someone of these two players here commits a little bit. Remember that the impressive here, the crypt horror can enter buildings. We've seen that so far, but just to... It was pretty big, spacious buildings so far, but he can go into the smaller buildings as well. There's no hiding from him. And for Valentin, it's all about how he can leverage that with the order. Go in, do a lot of damage, delay, come in with the order, vampire, finish it off, and then retreat. He can do that. If Kriskardiac refuses to commit any of much of his warband to the fight, then he can definitely do that. Just go in and back. Cycle the Cryptor into a target all the time. See another warp card moving here. Yeah, here he is. If he connects here, he could probably finish off Virgilio. 34 damage. Does he want to try it for a finishing strike? Or is he gonna use a disengage here? Using a disengage, might see the third warp guard coming in here and finishing off the zombie then. Meaning that both of the zombies are dead. Hopefully he can retrieve his idol as well. That's going to be very important. Yeah, we see someone coming in. Gonna need just one blow, that was it. That was it. So both of the zombies have died here without Call of Vanel on them. There we go. Snickety Snick has recovered his idol, plus 60 morale. Kriskardiac is gonna need that. He has less morale available, and it's all about trying to move someone below the threshold here. Let's see how Valentin can respond to this. What is he going to do? You can see how good this mutant can be as well. I mean, remember that mutants can only get 10 leadership, and they're traditionally very weak against terror and fear. Here we have 2 terror casters from Valentin, although he seems to not really use the vampire in that regard, but yes, the Cryptor can definitely nurture this character quite a bit, especially if he's two-handed. Gonna lose the third attack. Could he get in somewhere? Well, they're all going to be right in the house here. I mean, that's a given. And you don't... Oh, we just Wardstone Lure going off. Yeah, check the units up. See if they are actually in ambush here. You don't want to get caught blocking the doorway. If you can go in here, yeah, that's really not worth it. Don't do a mighty charge. But if you can hold up some unit here, yeah. Well, at least you're holding up something, I guess. And he missed too. Very fortuitous. An oil bomb here can do quite a bit of damage to these 2 warp guards. I need to check if one of them is in ambush mode here. If they are not, it's possible that the Cryptoria could get
round
upstairs.
has
That's
started.
probably where all of the UC units are. Yeah, here we go. Haven't checked them. Alright, so there is a unit blocking the path there. Well, in that case, you can still just get one of these units and then move out afterwards. Used to have a... Why don't you use Daredevil right away? I mean, you can do that. 26% chances to roll a critical hit all the time. Being a little bit lucky with his hits here, but it's not doing the kind of damage that you would expect. And alright, gonna use delay here. Hopefully can move away with the Cryptar after the orders come in. Still only gonna have 68% chance of hitting. You can probably see them through the window here. You don't want to go. You don't need to go around. All right, goes around the entire. See if she can finish off Slick here. There we go, 2-2. Probably time to retreat now. Don't want to. No, why? Alright, fine. But what's gonna matter now is that you can probably go upstairs. Yeah, you can go upstairs. Yes, you can go upstairs. Is that another warp guard protecting the path there? Yeah, we might see some units here that you can tie down, and we do! What do we have here? Why don't you just check if he's... Check if he's in ambush. Does he actually want to go up here with the... Wow, okay, so he's blocking the path out. Alright, so that means he really does want to go in here. Let's see what he can do here. No, no, you don't want to use Adrenaline Rush. I might want to use it here on the... to get a second order off. And it could be worthwhile. I mean, why else have it? 60 damage for 60 damage? Well, it's one mighty assault team here. Let's see what Kriskardiac can do to counter this. He's really screwed there with the Globadier. Globadier can still use the Poison Clouds and will do a little bit of damage to the Cryptar, but... and then he has the Necromons as well, probably gonna spam a few spells in, but the Cryptars usually have a little bit of a magic resistance since they almost always use amulets, since they have nothing else that they can use that are useful for them. It tends to be 27 magic resistance. Okay. At least the Cryptor is well protected here. He can only be attacked from one way since the vampire and the ghoul blocks the other path. Oh, that's really hurtful. That is really hurtful. I didn't see it. He could actually target both of them from here. But wow, that hurts. Yeah, no, that's not so sure, you know. It's no spell casting, alright, but it's also no ordering. So that's quite damaging to the vampire and to the damage here that yeah, I figured that was a misclick. The damage here that Valentin can put out. It was a really good move here by Kriskardiac. Well, all right. I'm not so sure about that Crimson Shade. It seems to, yeah. I mean, remember that this he only had the regular Strangling Globe. He didn't have the Master one, so it only lasts for one turn. And since he boosts himself up above the 2 units that he targeted here, it means that they're only gonna be out of it for one turn. No, I mean, actually, it might not have even hit them, I mean. Since on the next turn it should probably stop working, right? The Strangling Globe? I think that's going to be the case, so I'm not sure that was a good move. The Kriskardiac did a good move and then he cancelled the good move. I'm gonna see how that plays out. Letting the Shrouding Mist, making ranged attacks almost impossible. Finally, we do have some real action here, though. I don't know why it keeps delaying. That's Valentin's favorite move. Gonna see some magic attacks coming off here on the Cryptor. Warps on Overcharge, pretty good to have. Yeah, I had a really good magic resistance, even boosted it up quite a bit more here. 77. Wow, that's actually impressive. Could probably peek out and yeah, not really worth casting here at the actually. Why bother casting on the Cryptor when he has the magic resistance that high? Much better to just peek your head out a little bit, see if you can't hit the ghoul here without him triggering the ambush. Instead taking needless risks here. 33% chance, oh my god. Yeah, didn't really do anything. Can you charge the ghoul here without actually triggering the ambush? Can you see? Yeah, he can. Doing a respectable amount of damage here. Tough luck. Gonna take a few more attacks coming down. 3 more. What kind of poison resistance check is that? Is that blessed with filth that this black Skaven has on him? Could very well be. I did think I saw a little green shimmering effect on that mace. Yeah, that's not a good idea. Why use the Shrouding Mist if you knew that you were gonna do range attacks? No one is going to come right into you and make you use all of those red pills. It can be annoying here, go up and hold up the vampire so that he might not be able to support him with order anyway. Even if he comes back and can order, if he has no one in line of sight to him, he will not be able to. Thinking his move through here, I hope, since 1/3 of the turn has been wasted and he finds the Elven Wine. Plus 20% critical hit resistance. Yeah, it's better to lock in. You're not going to lock in the vampire, we're gonna try and finish off the ghoul here. Doesn't look too good for Stanislav. Yeah, if that is actually blessed with filth here, he's going to die since it's Stanislav's turn. Stanislav is going to die. But there seems to be units roaming outside of the building here for Kriskardiac, and this is going to be very useful as many of Valentin's melee units have committed, meaning that there will be almost nothing left to protect the necromancers. Could do a sizable amount of damage there if he wants to. He knows where they are, they're only standing here delaying. Shouldn't be too hard to find them. Alright, takes 30 damage, but actually finish him off, okay. So we're not gonna know here if he had Blessed of Filth at all. But if he had, he might not have he might not have used that extra attack yet to lock him. A Sunderist without a stance. Gonna be easy to do a little bit of damage on. Throws down an oil bomb himself. Makes you wonder what. I mean, wouldn't it be great if Mordheim's terrain were a little bit. You were able to interact a little bit with the environment, like burning down a house or something similar. Breaking open a door, closing a door. Moving certain obstacles. So we do see the mutant here. He is roaming around and he just picked up where the two necromancers were here, so he might want to get a bit closer and Maybe get one of them. Going to be a little bit wary here of both of the necromancers, of course, focusing him down. And maybe he just wants to go into the building here and help out with the fight as well. Could be, could be. I might not even want to attack here, to be honest. Like, just use the counterattacks. The madcaps is a decent alternative if you are gonna straight out attack, but why would you? He's in a stance. Like, it makes no sense. Yeah, makes no sense. You're just gonna take more damage while not doing much of your own. Poor choice by Valentin. He has already lost 3 henchmen. He might actually lose a 4th here. Well, if he's gonna use Daredevil, he should at least check out what kind of dodge statistic that this Globadier has. If he has a high chance here of dodging this, then it was a 22%. Alright. It's not too high, but it's still, it might happen, you know? Let's see. If he lands one more hit here, he could actually kill off this unit. Gonna take a lead in the game. No. There we go. There we go. Can the vampire use order from this specific spot? Yeah, he can. See? He was strangling Globe. He would not have been strangling Globe otherwise. It was yeah, that dodge is definitely coming into play now. But the strangling Globe was entirely useless for Kriskardiac. Oh wow. You might. Let's see if he can actually kill off this unit now. Can he kill off the Globadier? Ah, there we go. Pause for dramatic effect here. 197, a critical hit. Honestly, why don't just go into the Necromancer here? He's cornered. Really, what can Kriskardiac do? I mean... And he keeps trying to cast magic on the Crypt Horror. Wow, and it actually lands. Well, I mean, for all of that effort, at least something landed. Gonna do between 60 to 70 damage now. Not in the next turn, but turn after that. I feel like this is a complete misuse of the Necromancer. Like, at this point, why not just go out a little bit and start focus fire on the damn vampire? Like, you could have done a lot more damage to the vampire instead. And without the order backing up the Crypt Horror, he would have been much less threatening. Valentin definitely has the lead here, and I'm not so sure that he can actually bring down this Crypt Horror. He's very cornered. Does he want to move in here? No, don't. If he wants to move in there, he should have moved in right straight away, because if he moves in now, he's gonna take even more damage here from the burning oil. Oh, it's not even a... It's actually... He is actually cornered. I thought that door would be open, but you can see that it's barricaded. Yeah, no help from order this time. He's It's a bit far out. No, don't use it. Don't use it. He should have moved up with the ghoul, I think. I mean, he should have started doing a bit of damage on this warp guard that's holding the vampire up. We might see that now, aren't we? Really? You want to be in combat? Alright. There's very little space here to actually deploy that. It's running out of time here. It's amazing that Valentin never really checks the statistics here of the targets that he's going to use certain abilities on. Having a bit of bad luck right now with the 85% misses, but still he doesn't know what kind of magic resistance that this sorcerer has available to him. Well, surprised that landed. Like I can't imagine that he wanted to go into melee combat here with the Necromancer. That's probably a mistake. Should have gone in here with Petru. And that oil bomb doing a lot of damage. No, target the guy on top of the stairs. The one that's holding up both your Necromancer and your Vampire. We can see the little blue highlight in the top left corner, so he has that option. I think a bit of bad luck here as well with the magic resistance checks, but still, it's just a much worse target. Yeah, that's really bad luck. Yeah, I can't even believe that. Oh my good lord. Yeah, it definitely is. Gonna boost yourself up a bit. Could with the ghoul here, could probably just go into an ambush to prevent the mutant from trying to enter this area and causing havoc. Since those two Necromancers are very vulnerable. All Necromancers are vulnerable right now in the game. All three of them. Thing is, what is that Black Skaven going to do? He's entirely useless right now. Just go into and... No! Oh, why didn't you just go in here from the start then? Like, if you were going to go out... Oh... Yeah. Okay, so he's blocking and he's staying in the fire, in the burning oil here, so he will take more damage. You can't really do anything with the Black Skaven. He's really a cornered rat. It's a wasted hero slot right now. He has moved him out of sight so he's not targeted down by one of the Necromancers. Wow, I do love the Skaven. Looks pretty menacing down here. Using madcaps on the warp guard that's holding up the stairs and then moving out of line of sight. Alright, at least something good here. Man, Can you believe that the Strangling Globe didn't do anything? That's just... it does happen sometimes. People forget how moving up and down the initiative ladder can also be a drawback if you are planning out your build the wrong way. We get a surprise here that yes, this sorcerer leader is an order leader as well. Yeah, that's Sench is definitely looking at you right now, turning the luck back out. Well, that's 2 orders. I'm sure you can do 3. Thinking of a spell, I assume. Shrouding Mist, maybe? No. 2 shots instead. Okay, didn't even fire. Right. Failed the terror test, not having that good of a run right now. Why? Why not go for the Necromancer? He's clearly the best target. And if the Crypt Horror manages to kill the Necromancer, he's gonna be in the same situation. He's gonna be cornered, not being able to do anything with his turn. Maybe that can be a big turnaround here for Kriskardiac. If he can hold out with the Warp Guard and make sure that he lives long enough, he can effectively hold down 2 heroes, well, 1 hero, 1 impressive and 1 leader with just 1 single henchman. That would be very impressive if he can manage to do that. He has sent someone all the way down on the other part of the map to pick up the idol of Valentin. Alright. Nice commitment. So that's where one of the little Verminkins went, and we see that he's a melee Verminkin as well. Moving in with a halberd. Valentin has really made this house his. He saw that Kriskardiac was holding it, moved in with everything he has, and now he's more or less fighting for control. Yeah, he's not gonna get in. I mean, why even use delay in that? No matter. He needs help in here, or he's going to drown. At least he's not taking too much damage, Asandor here, but Asandor is not making the right decisions with his turns. We could see him slowly die out here. He should really not attack. That's what he should do. Should not attack, because if Plague here wants to attack, he's gonna take more damage. Just be cool and stay. I think that the mutant is incoming, right? Yeah, here he is. Ooh. Missed! Just barely missed Mighty Charge here with just 1. Mark of Dismay kicking in. We see that he's probably going to have issues with Fear and Terror. The single dodge stance helped. Gonna take even more damage. And another Disease Carrier. Disease Carriers is -5 initiative, or -3% dodge and parry, or -3% critical hit resistance. That was not a very good turn here by the mutant. Yeah, just insult, and use insult on the other character as well behind you. And then don't attack. Don't attack. That's what it should do. Yeah, no words. Still a very close fought game this. I mean, it's very even. It's I do think that Valentin has a lead, natural, because Valentin's lost 3 henchmen, while Kriskardiac has lost 2 henchmen and a hero. So definitely a Valentin lead, and I like Valentin's position. It's not going to be easy to screw this up. Kriskardiac has really put himself in a bad spot right now. Fire at the unit on the top. He's the one that's blocking up most of your offensive resources. Alright, alright. Probably hoping here to cast an all alone check. And well, I'm hoping he will cast an all alone check. Preventing the stance, so Ascender can do even more damage. Terror check failed. Alright. So there's less offensive power available to him. He cannot use Warpstone Overcharge this time since it's still active on the Crypt Horror. Strangely enough, the pattern on the wall and the pattern, the blood splatter on the arm on the Crypt Horror here matches perfectly. He's not having much. Well, I mean, he should be happy that he went through once, I think. Why casting Warpstone Overcharge? It's not gonna do anything if you hit it. You can only have one of those effects active at a time. Cast something else. Yeah, alright, Kriskardiac. Even if you had gotten through, you wouldn't have done anything. That's the issue, I think. Loves to use quick casting. See if he blows up here. No, manages it. Okay. Gonna be time for some revenge on this this mutant here. This poorly positioned mutant. He's gonna get even more. A staggering blow could actually be pretty good here, depending on what kind of initiative he has right now. Check it up, check what his initiative is. Can't be too high. Base initiative -10 for heavy armor. I can actually do an attack here, yeah. Since he had 3 red pills left remaining. Another disease carrier coming in. Yeah, I think Kriskardiac is probably going to lose this mutant in the long term. Yeah, focus on itch. Okay, so he has 40% magic resistance at the very least here. When faced with attacks. So why targeting Snick? Like, Snick is not the issue, Itch is the issue. Get Itch. Oh, that's lucky. He's been lucky with those blows. It was particularly lucky since it bypassed the dodge roll. Yeah, here we are, the Black Skaven cannot do anything. Yeah, still tries to go through, still cannot. Switch to his secondary weapons, it seems, which are fighting claws. time to be hurt, Hans Holbein. You can see that he took 68 damage there as well. That's from the Warp Stone overcharge. So now it's no longer in effect, and Hans Holbein can continue trying to spam that particular spell for his last turn, which is coming up next round. And that's very optimistic. I mean, it is possible that he could kill Itch, but it would have to be from the vampire's attacks, not from the necromancers. Yeah, it's probably not going to happen. Yes, that would actually have been what the Blackskiven had on him, and then the ghoul here, Stanislav, that died, would actually have died anyway without the adrenaline rush from the Warp Guard, and he would probably have wanted to still keep those 30 wounds available here. It's gonna be all out about how long this Warp Guard can last. Can he do some return damage to someone? This is the negative aspect about Order. People rarely see this, but if you're engaged with 2 targets, it's going to be randomized who you're going to target. That's what you want to avoid with Order. %30 chance to get a curse. Managed to avoid it. Mastered Wither. 45%. Wow, he's lucky here, Kriskardiac. Yeah, I mean, he can use Order on the Necromancer, but you can see it. Oh, he can even disengage. Alright, that's a good night then for the Necromancer. Probably want to use Adrenaline Rush right now to finish him off, not get a second turn. Sometimes it bugs out, Adrenaline Rush and Order here. Let's see. Yeah, it's not bugging out right now. Good for Valentin. Oh, well, that's certainly interesting. That's very lucky for Kriskardiac. It takes 60 damage on the Vampire Leader to not do anything, and still gets a second turn here. Can he go above the Necromancer? Did he even check if he was going to go above the Necromancer? I like that he moves back here, so that he's not available to be a target by the Necromancer. I like that move by Valentin. At least I like that. Oh yeah, he might be tempted to use the Adrenaline Rush to finish off the. Well, if he was gonna do that, I mean, yeah, it's a nice idea, but to finish off the Necromancer, but then he shouldn't have moved in with the Vampire like that, because then all he's doing is just he's still hemmed in, you know, he's still blocked, and then the Vampire could have moved in such a way that he would not have blocked the Cryptor from getting out and punching a hole through this little defense that Kriskardiac has. So he could have done better choice. He should really have. It comes back to this all the time with Valentin, and in some respects to Kriskardiac as well, that they're using abilities without checking what the opponent has. And they should have checked if he went ahead of the Necromancer on the initiative ladder with the Vampire, then it would have been entirely useless to go into Web of Steel against the Warp Guard, because you could just order him down before it would he would have been targeted. And then he could have moved out of the way of the Cryptor, moved the Cryptor in here, finished off that unit, and then move into the order leader of Kriskardiac here, the Sorcerer. Would have been a much better choice. It's gonna succeed at all alone test, alright. Well, this is a nice attempt by Valentin still. It's looking grim for Kriskardiac, I have to say. Finds that he does a little bit more damage to the Necromancer, but Necromancer can heal himself up. At least we are rid of the oil bombs right now. Except for the ones on Pickpocket. Can he punch through this? Remember that you can not use attracting lure on the ghouls. Ghouls are one of the few units in the game that are immune to attracting lure. With the exception of the Cryptor, it's also the only unit in the Undead army that's immune to attracting lure. Might want to use just Flee here. Get in with the Verminkin. Yeah, it will take a little bit of damage, but you're gonna take a bit of damage as well. And yeah, he is using Flee. Good idea by Kriskardiac. He needs to do something here to punch through and get in for come in for the rescue. And yeah. Misses by 1. Wondering why he has an antidote. Maybe he was fearing some poison shenanigans here from Kriskardiac. It's definitely possible. Charge. Does he have adrenaline rush so he can do a second attack and maybe finish off this ghoul? Yes, he does. Alright, let's see here. Let's see. Can you finish him off? Barely. Barely. Gonna need that. He needs to come up from behind and start doing damage on the Necromancers. Particularly the next Necromancer on the stairs. Try and focus fire him down. Wants the mutant to come up there. That's Kriskardiac's way of getting back into this, I feel.
A new round has started.
Yeah, see, so that was a really poor move. See, he's way above the Necromancer right now with the Vampire, meaning that going... Yeah, it's gonna just... Why go in with a Web of Steel? He could just have kept out. Now he's just gonna lose 2 more red pills. Completely in vain. Wow, this guy, you know, the magic resistance is really paying off for Plague here. Healed up a little bit of the damage that he took. Yeah, hello. I'm just gonna disengage here. Oh, that's even worse. So he could disengage, then he moved into Web of Steel in a situation where he cannot disengage. Wow. Yeah, I mean, I do think that Valentin deserves that, because it was such a poor move to go back in there. Like, why do that? Hoping for the all alone checks that he didn't need to fight through a stance on this poor little warp guard. It would have made absolutely no difference. I can't say I like that. Oh, at least that triggers for him. Because he wants to do it 2 more times, yeah. He wants to. Mark of Dismay, I mean. That can trigger enough times, it's gonna set off the terror. But he wants this unit to die. He's not doing much damage anyway, itch. It's looking a bit grim for Kriskardiac. There we go. Just as I said that, we had the unit dying. Equaling the score once more, and that's a really important victory here for Valentin. It's gonna free up a lot of units to rampage through here. Yeah, that order leader is really in a poor position, I have to say. Let's see if it's 29% magic resistance. Succeeds! No, it does not. It does not. Thinking. Is it worth it? It's gonna be 23% curse chance here. Does he have quick casting on this unit as well? No, it's just gonna go with Rotten Touch, alright. Pretty high curse chance. Oh my god! Oh my god! That... yeah, that was not worth it. That was not worth it at all, and that's helping. He had full health. That's really helping Kriskardiac's cause here. 5-5. Look at the morale in the top left corner. It's a bloodbath this game now. Just use a delay. The vampire can move out of the way, and then the vampire can move out of the way. Use delay himself. Then you can go in, charge and kill the sorcerer, and with some help from... Why? Oh my god, Valentin! Oh my god! He has this game. Is it? Yeah, exactly. Why go into sidestep? That necromancer though, that was amazing. Okay, so the black skaven is finally free. He can do something. And you know what? He might want to go into the crypt horror. He doesn't have to do any attacks. He can only do counter attacks when the crypt horror attacks, because he still has red pills left over. But he can go in there, use order from the sorcerer, and by that produce a little bit more damage on... so yeah, I forgot that he still has the claws on. What didn't click? Oh, that was pretty lucky. Ah, he didn't actually enter into the web of steel. Alright. That could actually be detrimental to the health of the vampire here. Why switch? Like, your next attack is gonna cost 2 more red pills. That's completely... And if you have the order leader, you want him to do more damage anyway. Now he's gonna do way less damage. You can see it's just constant mistakes here with these two players, but it makes it very entertaining. No more armor. Are we gonna see order here? I think so. Yeah, it would have been much better if he'd used fighting class, right? Oh, still manages to land 60 damage. But he would have done a lot more. Replenishes 2 red pills. Using another order here. We might see the vampire leader go down. Yeah, one more order and that should do it. That should do it. Okay, I don't know why you want to get closer. Okay, healing him up a little bit. At least switching is sort of decent in the way that you're gonna protect yourself against the Crypt Horror coming in. And that's for protection against the terror. Manages to land it on 56, but okay, didn't have yeah, this might be the end of the vampire. He could possibly, he wants to charge, I think, because he's afraid of the terror test. Manages the terror test. Alright, that could be really big. Yeah, there we go. There we go. Very big hit here. Kriskardiac taking the lead, and he could win this. He just needs one more kill to cause a round test. But he has to be careful because I think that's it's not really the same here for Valentin. Valentin probably needs to kill. What does he need to kill? He needs to kill a. He's 22, right? Yeah, 22. So he needs to kill a hero to get him down to a round test. And the Sunder is no closer to dying. But Plague is almost dead, but if Plague dies, it's not going to be enough. It's going to be 3 morale above the round threshold that Kriskardiac has left. See if he can land a lucky hit at one point in this game. He's tried all his all game now. Well, I should probably turn his attention towards the Vermin Kid instead. It's much easier to hit. Huh. Gonna take more damage. Kind of frustrated to see because I think Valentin did the exact same thing against Kriskardiac in the first game that they played, and why repeat it? Okay, I thought he would actually want to do something there. Apparently not. Okay, what can a mutant do? 13% chance of a critical. He might kill him here. Let's see. Yeah, he does. He does, and that's going to be a round test.
Your warband morale is critically
That is going to be a round test. So Kriskardiac, I can't believe that Kriskardiac has actually turned this around. I mean, Valentin should have had this. He should have killed the leader by now. And if he had killed the leader, it would have been Kriskardiac would have taken a round test.
A new round.
That necromancer, that really hurt. Oh wow, he succeeds. 52% chance of that. Means that he has 13 leadership. Plague is going to go down. Unless the 29% magic resistance really comes into effect and saves him once more here. Alright. Just one more hit will do it. And you're gonna heal up to almost full health as well. 324. So Valentin closing the gap here, but he still needs one more kill to cause... No, he doesn't. It's gonna be a route test as well. Oh, because he's the guy that picked up the banner. Oh my, wow. That's so amazing. I didn't even... You saw that in the combat log. That was the warp guard that had the banner on him. So as soon as Alexis' turn is over here, and he might produce another kill. Well, he has a low chance of hitting, but... It's gonna be another route test, and this time it's Kriskardiac's turn. Naturally, he has the sorcerer leader available. The sorcerer leader should have at least 60% chance to succeed because he has Order Mastered. Order Mastered requires 15 leadership, and a route test is a leadership based test. Leadership times 4, so it's at least 60%, but I don't think Flea's going to die here. See if he's lucky with a critical hit. No, it's not Valentin's turn. But let's see, he could win this game here right now. Alright, let's go. Yeah, it's not worth it. It's not worth it. Why not just use 3 attacks instead of two strong blows? Would have done a lot more damage if you're gonna use that. Okay, route tester coming up. Kriskardiac, are you losing this game? No, 80 of 80. Wow, so he has 20 leadership. That's really good. That's really good. That's really good. But still, I mean, he was just 1 point away from missing that. So what can the order leader do here? Can he focus? I mean, it is... Remember the Cryptor is going to take 60 damage. I mean, he's not invincible. If he takes a bit of damage now, he could die. But it's all about who gets the next kill here, because the next kill is going to force another route test. Okay, so Enshrouding Mist is gonna make sure that he hits. I think that, yeah, I don't know, I'm not sure why we can't see this. There we go. So lands an order, bypasses the dodge. Was Enshrouding Mist really necessary? It would have been much better to use Sorcerer's Curse. Reducing his dodge chance by 40%. Reducing his armor so he takes more damage. Right now he's 30% armor. Could have used minus 40% there. Should probably keep using order here. He should have 3 more red pills remaining. Doesn't use it for some reason. Oh, that's unlucky. One more attack, plus 1 more with Adrenaline Rush if you have it. Yeah, it's not gonna produce much of an effect here. Using Adrenaline Rush for a second attack. Well, it's actually pretty nervous right now. Who's gonna produce the next kill? Alexei could be a prime contender to get the kill here on Flea, the Black Skaven, making Kriskardiac route, but maybe Kriskardiac can pull off something. I don't see him killing the Crypt Horror right now, but one of the Necromancers definitely. Let's see how... Okay, so we see the last order being made there. You don't have to have your camera centered around the action all the time. You can actually disable that. But by default, it's like that. Let's see if we can produce a critical hit. No, we cannot. Yes, 0% chance of that, it seems. But doing a respectable amount of damage still. Still can't shake off the 999. It was so needless. So needless to do that. Like, yeah. That really hurt Valentin.
Has started.
All of those risks that he took. Okay, this might be really bad news for the Necromancers. Necromancer might be the next kill here. Oh yeah, he's cornered as well with 11 wounds left. It's only gonna be about Alexei here because this Necromancer is gonna die in the next turn. So let's see what Alexei can do. Can he kill off Flea? I think he should be able to, and that could be the game. That no, you don't need a Master Adrenaline Rush. I mean, yeah, you're gonna die anyway, that's true, but the problem for you is if that the Necromancer dies, you cannot succeed at the route test. So that's, yeah, okay, so that's gonna be game over then. So he's gambling everything on. I mean, this is a foolish gamble, but because he cannot kill anything. It's all about, can Alexei kill off the Black Skaven? That's the only hope right now that Valentin has. Wow, he has a really high magic resistance on everything, and of course Valentin never checks for that. So after this turn here, Valentin has lost the game if the Crypt Horror cannot do a kill. If the Crypt Horror cannot kill any, so now it's the right time to use Adrenaline Rush, honestly. Nothing else to it. If the Crypt Horror can't kill the Black Skaven, then it's over for Valentin. If he can kill him, he can definitely win here. Not a great just hit chance, but goes straight through the dodge. Wow, very good opening here. Now keep doing his normal attacks. Keep doing the normal attacks and use Adrenaline Rush. Only chance of succeeding here, and it's not that much of a chance. Remember that he's still being the Order Sorcerer here. Oh. Unless you can somehow stun the Order Sorcerer. If you have a leader that's stunned when they have to take the test, then they automatically fail the test. No! Use Adrenaline Rush! Oh, you managed it anyway, but 7-7. It's such. But you need it. You use Adrenaline Rush and charge the damn Sorcerer. Charge the Sorcerer. You could produce a critical hit. You could produce a critical hit. Come on. Yeah, use Adrenaline Rush. No! No, if you do that, you basically lost the game. Well, I mean, unless... okay, let's see if Kriskardiac makes the route test. Let's see. Yeah, he does. He had an 80% chance. So Kriskardiac is going to win this game. Not really sure what to think of this. So many mistakes by both players, and definitely a fun game to watch. But at least the latter part, the first part was very slow. Feel that they could have done a bit more optimizing with their choices here. Well, I don't know what's BS here actually, to be honest. I mean, this is not even useful to do right now by Kriskardiac, because all he needs to do is go down, kill the Necromancer, and he's won the game. That's all he needs to do. This doesn't actually matter whatsoever. Just go in there, kill the Necromancer, and it's done for. And I wouldn't go in with this guy. I mean, if he manages to dodge once, then it misses the 95% chance, it's gonna be... Okay, use Adrenaline Rush. If he misses 95% here, he can't get to him unless he uses Flee. So hopefully he will use Flee. Yeah, use Adrenaline Rush, it's worth it. Okay, uses Flee right away instead. Could have at least gambled with the second attack. Mutant coming in. Seriously, move out of the way. Alright. That's gonna produce 8. So that's game, everyone. That was fun watching, I think. Congratulations to Kriskardiac going into the playoffs. Valentin, thank you for participating. And hopefully see you in the next coming tournament. Or a future tournament. It's gonna be a useless move here. The game is already won. And yeah, I don't think he can kill him, so it's fine. No, no, he cannot lose it. It's impossible to lose it right now. I don't think Valentin is familiar with the route tests, how it works. It's impossible for Kriskardiac to lose. Because only unit that Valentin has left standing is the Cryptor, and the Cryptor cannot take route tests. When he lost that Necromancers, that was it.
A new round has started.
And there we go. Game over. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this last game, and hope to see you in more future games. Farewell.